A team of New Zealand trauma therapists are in Samoa this week to teach techniques for helping tsunami survivors suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder. With many victims still terrified of leaving higher ground, the group will train police, fire services and counsellors in a technique called neuro-linguistic programming, which is often used to treat phobias. Our social issues reporter Teresa Cowie spoke with some of those involved.
No, I'm not going to go back to my village. We've spent short time there with my children. We spent good times together, good memories, and it's like the tsunami memories will be the only memory that will ruin all those good memories. And I'm not ready to go back. I don't think I'll ever be ready to go back.
And Zanetta Slaven-Schvelger and her husband lost their 2 children when September's tsunami swept through their beachside home in the village of Malaila last year. At the time of that interview, a week after the disaster, they were planning to move to New Zealand to forget the trauma of losing their family to the sea. The acting director of Samoa Lifeline, Runa Parvit-Curry, is taking part in the neuro-linguistic programming course. She says the lives of many of those who call the phone counselling service are crippled by grief and a fear of the ocean.
They hear voices, they can't sleep, they can't think properly, and they miss their loved ones. Some of them are in the state where they don't want to eat, they don't want to live, and we're trying our best to, let them know that the sea is not as cruel as it is. Natural disasters do happen.
Charlotte Hinksman from the Trauma Recovery Team is one of the 7 New Zealand therapists who'll teach 39 local practitioners and emergency workers about NLP. She says the technique allows them to stop reliving the trauma as if it were happening all over again.
If we keep remembering a traumatic experience in what we call an associated way, which means that you're remembering it as if it was happening now, then you'll get all the same feelings back. And when we guide the person to remember it dissociated, then you're able to look at it almost as if you were looking at it through somebody else's eyes, and that allows you to be able to look at it from a non-emotional way.
A volunteer with Samoa Victim Support, Oscar Netzler, says the skills he's learning are a gift that will help heal the community.
We can't go away and do a course in psychology, it'll take 4 years to do that, but we need help in these areas immediately. And I think the greatest benefit of NPL is that you don't have to be a psychologist to understand how benefits can be immediate.
The Senior Sergeant of the Ministry of Police and Prisons, Herbert Artie, says the training is giving him new confidence in dealing with survivors.
The training has been a bit of an eye-opener for most of us, especially us police officers. And this course has actually shown us that most of us who are, especially the guys on the front line with the rescues, and sometimes we're too keen to look after and assist everyone else. We're forgetting to look after ourselves.
Sergeant Artie says he'll pass on the skills he learns to other officers. The Trauma Recovery Team will monitor how well the program works and hopes to return to do further training in a few months' time. For Checkpoint, Teresa Cowie.